Hi, thanks for joining. Today is the first day of our standing or seated stretch series. Today we're going to do lower body in the chair with some standing options. So I'm going to put some music on and we're just going to start seated and we will get started. As always, listen to your physician directives and to your body, and let's go ahead. So after your walk or your workout, or maybe you just want to do some stretches in the morning, but you see all those videos of people doing yoga or Pilates on the floor stretching out. Well, here are some options you can do just in a nice, comfortable seated position. If your lower back bothers you, feel free to put a pillow or a cushion, or just sit up nice and tall using your strong core. Now, if you just rolled out of bed and are not warmed up, careful not to do toe taps as your first move, as that can cause a cramp in your calf. So we want to make sure our legs are warmed up before we point our toes into that plantar flexion. But one exercise that a lot of people love to do is for those hamstrings. So nice and tall, we're going to rotate in our chair. Make sure your bottom's fully seated. We're going to extend this front leg, lower the heel to the floor, and a soft knee. Pull the crown of the head to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Now from here, we don't want to round out because we want to lengthen these hamstrings. Think about a string on your chest. We're going to pull that chest forward, and as soon as you feel that hamstring stretch out or just lengthen a little bit, I just want you to hold it there. Now, sometimes these stretches feel so good that we want to keep cranking on it, but I want you to feel that initial spot. Lengthen. Bring your chest tall and just hold it there. We're going to go into round two. Extend that leg softly, lower the heel down with that toe lifted. Just as tall, hinge forward. Now we're going to tell our body how to move, but our body will tell us how we feel moving it. So if you get any of that shaky feeling or overstretching, your body's saying, whoa, ease up a little bit. So just feel that easy, nice stretch. Around those glutes, down the back of the leg, just to that knee joint. No pushing on the knee too, okay? Be real gentle here. Let's hinge on that flat back. Exhale. Slide it in, and we'll just gently rotate to the other side. Extend that leg, lower the heel down. Chest gently pulls forward into that hamstring stretch. A few nice cleansing breaths. Let's come on up, give that leg a little break, and we'll go again. Extend, maybe this time a little further, soft knee, hands above that knee joint, chest forward. And breathe. Nice, easy stretch down the back of that leg. Shoulders are relaxed, your eyes will follow this hip hinge. We're gonna push off, squeeze those abs, bring it in. Now I'm gonna stand up and show you that hamstring stretch idea in the standing position. So come on up. I'm gonna use my chair as a guide. Same idea. One heel lowers to the floor. We're gonna hinge at this hip. I'm gonna soften both knees, chair, maybe here, or using the wall. Lengthening down the back of the leg. Hold it there. From here, we're going to lower that toe and pull those hips back gently. Now from here, find the floor. I want you to push down to come back up. Once you're up, hold that chair. Take a breath before we move into the second side. And I'm just going to gonna gently switch sides, lift that toe, brace your trunk. Think about where your torso and leg meet, and we're just gonna push our hips back, soften those knees. Let your eyes follow that hip hinge like we did in the seated position. Nice breath. Lower the toe. Soften your knees. Press your hips back like you're trying to close a door behind you with your bottom. And we're gonna push through the floor, gently come on up, holding that wall or chair. Make sure you feel good here before we move, and then sit out of it. Soften those knees. Take a breath. Exhale. Come back down to the seated position. Now we stretched the back side of our legs for our hamstrings, but we're thinking about these quadriceps. Now, one nice idea is just a nice, easy massage here, getting some blood flowing to the surface. Option 2, in a chair position, we're gonna rotate like we did. We have our knees at 90 degrees and our hips at 90 degrees. What I want you to do, we're gonna slide this leg back. It's a lot of flexion opening up at the hip flexor. And just let that leg lengthen. Bring that leg forward just a little bit. Now rotate, we're gonna turn the ankle under, find the ball of the foot to the floor. Lower the heel in the direction of the floor to start lengthening that calf. Should feel really nice there. And then reset. If that bothers your knees, I'm going to show you that calf stretch standing. Let's do that one more time. For those quadriceps and hip flexor, slide the leg back. Lift the crown of the head. Engage your core. Lengthen those quadriceps. Relaxed ankle, relaxed knee and hip. Always brace your trunk, take a breath as we slide in, rotate, and lower the heel towards the floor. Now we have to really be kind to that ankle. I'm not gonna force that foot to the floor. It'd really overextend, okay? So gentle, and slide in. Let's go ahead, rotate to the other side. Nice and tall. Make sure your bottom's firm in your chair. Slide that foot back. Feel that hip flexor lengthen. Scoop those abs in and breathe. As you inhale, feel that belly expand with that breath. Exhale, deflate. Now slide that knee in slightly, turn the foot under, and just kind of pump that heel down, hold it a little bit for that initial calf stretch in the seated position. If that bothers your knee, we'll do the standing position next. Go ahead, slide that in, relax a little bit. Readjust your bottom into the chair, make sure you're supported. Tall torso, engaged trunk. Slide on back. Open up that hip flexor. We're trying to lengthen these quadriceps through the thigh. Add that relaxing breath pattern. Pull the knee forward, turn the foot under, and lower the heel down. So that's just that quadricep, hip flexor, and calf. Slide it in, come seated, nice and comfortable. Relax everything. Hopefully you're not holding tension through the neck. We're gonna do those in a standing position. Come on up and to the chair. I'm just gonna rotate my chair so I can be to the side of you. And we're gonna go in a little straddle position. If your ankle Achilles is tight, maybe you're gonna be lifted a little bit. Don't force your ankles or joints. Make sure you feel comfortable. With the toes and the hips pointed to the front, I want you to remember that string on your chest. Pull it forward. forward as you push the knee forward. And then gently press the heel towards the floor. That's that calf stretch. And we'll go into that hip flexor and quad next. From here, we're gonna lift that back heel. Think about turning the knee under. It's gonna release that hip flexor and just lower that back knee gently to open up this hip and lengthen the quadriceps. Using your chair or a wall, or maybe a bar if you have. Now we're gonna unload this. Pull your chest forward, lower the heel down. If you're not using the chair or wall, maybe the arm just above that knee joint. Pressing the heel in the direction of the floor, lengthening from the knee down to that heel. When you're ready from here, one more time, heel up, tuck the knee under, feel that hip flexor open up, and lengthen the quadriceps. Lower the knee if that feels good and you want a little more. Now we're going to hinge forward, unload the knee, and push and step out of it. Using the chair if that feels comfortable. We're going to turn around and do the other side. Into that comfortable straddle. Feet are comfortably on the floor, possibly the heel lifted. Chest pulls forward, knee pushes forward as you push down to the floor. If you feel tension creep up into your neck, I want you to relax those shoulders. Now from here, heel lifts, knee tucks under, open that hip flexor, lengthen your quadriceps through your thigh. If you'd like a little more, you're going to lower that knee on the back side. Don't have to. Now to come out of it, we're going to hinge forward into our second round, heel down, chest knee forward, support above that knee joint, or use the support of the chair. Big deep breath, scooping those abs in nice and tight. And then again, heel lifts behind you. Turn that knee under, crown of the head pulls up, shoulders relax, and a nice long hip flexors open and quadriceps are lengthened. We're going to unload, step out of it. Shake those knees out. And now for your glutes, nice and tall. We're gonna push our one knee forward and think about a string on your hip here. We're gonna hinge back. Easy glute here, and we'll do this in a seated position as well. No force, to the side, looks like this. Knee forward, hip hinges back. Nice flat back, try not to round. And now we're gonna push the ground down and come to the other side. Knee forward, hip hinges back, chest forward, bottom back. Nice easy release down the side of those glutes. Find the floor, push down, come on up. Let's go and do that in a seated position. So come on, find a seat. And I'm gonna move up into the chair here. Again, thinking about sitting nice and tall. We wanna hinge at that hip. Option 1. Ankle just above the ankle, and we're gonna hinge until we find that piriformis figure 4. Stretch should feel really good. Come on up, unwind the hip and knee. If your knee and hip are flexible, you're listening to your joints, not forcing anything. Foot over the knee. Nice and tall. Chest forward, chest forward. Oh, there it is. There's that stretch, and we're just gonna hold it. Should feel comfortable. Once everything relaxes, maybe go a little forward, but remember not to round. Just driving that chest in the direction forward. Now come up. We want to be gentle with our joints. So I'm going to slowly unwind the hip, slide down. Maybe this side has more tightness. So I'm going to be gentle here. Just going to cross it over to open that hip slightly, hinge forward. Maybe you're more flexible on this side. We're going to come up. Feel that glute with that rotation of the hip. Pull your chest gently forward until you feel that stretch. And just hold it there. And breathe. Come on up. Gently unwind the hip and knee. We're going to push pedal through these ankles, toes, and heels. Now you can go through those again. Maybe do just the ones that feel good. Maybe you liked just in the chair or the standing positions. But this was today, day 1 of the stretch series, seated and standing without being on the floor. Feel free to connect with me through Messenger or email. I'd be happy to answer any questions, but thanks for joining for this component of our stretch series. And I will be back. We'll do some upper body, standing and seated. Thank you.